Alrighty guys, welcome back to Convict Technology. Today we're going to have a bit of a look at some videos of dashcam footage from here in Australia. It's from a YouTube channel called Dashcams Australia. I'll put a link to their channel below. So I figured today we'd do some more talking head videos. My wife says I'm a chatterbox, so why not? Now we're going to do a wrist check today. I am wearing my Seagull 1963. This is a great watch, comes from AliExpress, budget, full mechanical, flyback chronograph. So absolutely one I would recommend having a look at, guys. That's this one, the 1963. I've got it on this beautiful little leather strap as well that I picked up aftermarket, and I think it really adds to the elegance of this watch. All right, so we're gonna watch some videos from Dashcam Australia. These videos are specifically around crashes and things we could do to avoid those kinds of crashes. So we're gonna watch some videos, have a bit of a chat about them, stick with the car content. If you like the video, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button, but let's get into it. All right, let's start the video off. So we can see here, this guy's going 71 kilometers per hour. Sorry for all you US people, this will be in kilometers per hour. Get a calculator, it's not that complicated. All right, let's do it.
All the tests and all the information is public, and he invited anyone else in the world to come into the Thunderdome and analyze the alien bodies to confirm and verify.
So right off the bat, do we see anything that's a bit odd? That ute with the trailer on the side there, on the left, is behaving a bit abnormally. There's an intersection coming up on the right. So what do we think he's gonna try and do? He's got a trailer, so he needs a big turning circle. I reckon he's gonna pull out, chuck a right, and try and do a U-turn right here. Let's see if I'm right.
That these are the real deal. Unfortunately,
Hey, okay, I was wrong. But what happened there is obvious. So, if we go back, let's have a look here. We couldn't even see that ute sitting on the side there. That ute couldn't see us, right? So under these circumstances, if you can't see, don't go, because you're just gambling it. This ute couldn't see if any traffic was coming. He thought he was fine and he went for it. Let's watch it happen in real time.
these are the real deal. Unfortunately, these aliens have three masses.
Yep.
Not goth, big-titted alien babes. They are...
Honestly, a simple mistake, but easily avoidable, guys. Like, that one there just doesn't make any sense as far as why you would go without being able to see what's coming. You got a big ute in front of you coming to your right, it's got a trailer behind it, and you can't see anything. Don't go. Simple as that.
Little goofballs. These tiny little goobers.
Dashcam Owners Australia, guys, check out their channel. Okay. Now, this one, hard to say exactly what caused it, but you can see there is definitely a changing lane situation with that truck. And as we all know, truck's visibility is appalling. I'm gonna chuck a little video just here while I talk over this, and it just shows how poor the visibility is from a truck. If you're in one of these big D-doubles, something like that, these big road trains that we have everywhere in Australia, because being such a massive continent, this is how everything gets transported. So if we're watching a video like this, how could we avoid it? Well, my biggest advice when it comes to trucks, because they can't see you, don't linger in their blind spots. If you're gonna overtake them, overtake them. If you're not, stay back, because they can't see you, especially if you're in quite a small car, which, as you can see from this footage, that's quite a small car. This truck is merging over to the left and absolutely cannot see that car. Now, the truck should have been paying attention and should have seen the car come up the side of it. I'm gonna say that's the truck's fault, clearly, but you just have to be aware of your surroundings, guys. That car was probably doing nothing wrong in their mind. Still caused an accident, a big one too. Multiple vehicles. Okay, we get a back view, yep. Yeah, see that? So 3 vehicles, could have been more. And realistically, if you just don't linger next to a truck, you'll be safe. Oh, missed that. What happened there? That was a bit dark. Okay. So this is someone attempting to cross the road with a green light. Ooh, yeah, that dude's definitely hurt. His shoe came off, and as we all know, if their shoe comes off, that means they're dead, right? Nah, look, he's probably hurt. Doesn't look like he got hit at high speed. Doesn't look like he went under the wheels, at least not his body, maybe his leg. Look, safety for pedestrians as well, guys. Like, don't run out in front of traffic. It may be dark, there may not be much cars around, and you think, oh, I'll just run out. Look at the lights. This is entirely on the pedestrian for making this mistake, but when it comes down to it, the way the road rules work in Australia is if you do this, if you run over somebody, the driver is generally at fault because it is your responsibility to observe pedestrians and avoid them at all costs. So you got to be careful. I've had guys jump straight out in front of me before while I've been driving in the middle of the night at 100 k's an hour, near missing them by honestly a couple of centimeters. They were begging for death. And some pedestrians just don't care. They know that's the rule, that you have to avoid them, so they're just gonna walk out in front of you. So just always be aware, always be vigilant, guys. You can see him come in from the left-hand side here. If you watch this part, you see him come in from the left and he gets clipped. Now it looks like he's on a scooter actually. It looks like a scooter got launched off the side there. Yeah. So this is another example of someone on an electric scooter going way too fast. And the way the road rules work here in Australia is it's not supposed to go over 20 kilometers per hour, the scooter. I guarantee it's probably off eBay and can do whatever speed it wants. And now he's gotten hurt because he tried to bomb through a red light. Well, green light for our car, red light for him, and he got hit by a car. So in this circumstance, guys, you tell me, who do we think's at fault here? I mean, obviously the scooter made a terrible decision to pull out into moving traffic, but who would actually be at fault? And also, with no insurance on a scooter like that, the damage is done to the vehicle. How does that get reconciled? There's no registration, there's no insurance. Don't get me wrong, I think scooters are great fun, but this is one of the downsides of having them. It's dangerous. Like, look at this kid. He could be very badly hurt right now. Yeah, look, I mean, get out to help the kid, but let's be honest here. That was a stupid decision on his part. All right, so we've got a green light. Yep. All right, guys, this one's a pretty obvious one. In Australia, we would have a green arrow if you were allowed to turn and the oncoming traffic is stopped. There is no green arrow here, and what that means is that in this circumstance, you go when it is safe to do so. How could you not see a giant ute with a trailer coming towards you? That person's just not paying attention. And this is why you always got to have a dash cam. All right, let's be honest here. Anything that happens like that, where they just crash out and flip over in a parked car, let's be honest, you're not paying attention to the road. You're not driving safely. You're not even attempting to maintain control of your car. Like 90% sure they're probably on their phone. And now you've just totaled 2 cars. Good job. Alrighty. Now this depends where this is, because in Victoria, for example, in Australia, you can do U-turns like that, but in a lot of places you can't do a U-turn in that environment. So let's just have a quick look over that one again. Okay, I'm gonna go with this looks like New South Wales. So in saying that, that would then imply that that U-turn's illegal. But what would you do if you're the dash cam, or if you're the car in white in front of us? You'd see this happen and you'd slow down, right? Like, avoid obstacles. This person is angry, I can gather, the white car, because this person pulled out in front of them and was going really slowly. They then chose to weave into the other lane without slowing down or hesitating in any way, and guess what happened? This person merged back into the lane that they moved over to and rammed them off the road. Now what's this person doing? They're doing a U-turn. They look like they want to go into the right lane and turn right up here, which means they missed their turn, right? They missed their left-hand turn, so they're looping back to go back down that road. Stupid thing to do, but as the driver in the white car, It is your responsibility to ensure you don't get into an accident. And doing what they did guaranteed an accident. If they had just backed off, everything would have been fine. Sure, the maroon car probably shouldn't have done what it did, but this white car has definitely made a stupid decision as well. Yep, and that car's totaled, by the way. That Corolla there, done. That's done. Bin, straight away. You're not fixing that. And just to clarify as well, the white car hit the maroon car from the back end on the side. They could claim that the red car merged into them. It's a bit up in the air though. I've worked total loss insurance, and when it comes down to it, we get sent dash cam footage back in the day. That would be very helpful. We'd go and have a look at the street view and see what happened, but realistically, who's at fault here, guys? Like, obviously, I think the red car's at fault for their behavior, but the white car is equally as at fault when it comes to causing the accident. They could have avoided it, but they chose not to. So, what do you think? Will insurance cover the red or will they cover the white? You tell me. Oof. Now, this one is a difficult one because when it comes down to it, the black car, if you ever see a gap forming like that, directly opposite an intersection like this, you know someone is trying to turn right across that intersection. You can see it as you're coming up that a gap is forming. Just hesitate a little bit. Don't come through so hot. And also, if you're the one turning right, don't turn if you can't clearly see what's coming. This kind of accident here with a 2-lane road turning right across traffic when the right lane, as far as moving traffic, is not moving, but the left lane is. This is a common accident. It happens all the time. And I've personally done this decision as well. I've decided to just keep going past, and I got bunted on the back end on my motorbike, and it made me spin out a little bit. Luckily, there was no real damage and everybody was fine. But what if they had hit me clean on? If they'd hit me clean on, that would be a broken leg. I could have got launched off my bike. I could have gone under the car. So be safe, guys. Just think about it. There's no rush, right? If you're late, you're late. That's just the nature of it. This is almost the exact same circumstance as what we just saw. Exact same thing, we don't need to go over it again. That's what's happened here as well. 3 lanes though, it's just hard to make that turn, guys, realistically. All right, what's happening here? Are we not paying attention? We're not paying attention, yeah. Easy, guys. Pay attention to the road, it's not that complicated. Again, not giving way, not paying attention, simple, stupid things. And now look, that person's fence is damaged too, right? And we're gonna slow down pretty quickly. Someone's not gonna be paying attention. Oh wait, we've got a motorcycle. Okay. I do not understand what was happening there. Let's just go back. So that motorcycle is attempting to lane filter. Now, lane filtering is legal in New South Wales at 25 kilometers an hour or less. So if there's moving traffic, I can still lane filter. I'm just not allowed to do it above 25 kilometers per hour. Now, this car is traveling 37, which means he's not supposed to be lane filtering here. But I feel like what's happened here is this ute is bothered, or at least this, it looks like a Nissan Patrol. Yeah, this Nissan Patrol is bothered by the fact that this guy is lane filtering. Now, he's in the wrong. He shouldn't be doing that. But he's so hyper-focused on this guy who's breaking the rules that he's going to chase him and completely not pay attention to the fact that he rammed a car in front of him. I guarantee that's what happened here. He got angry that this dude was lane filtering and he wanted to chase him a little bit, intimidate him, whatever, and he wasn't paying attention. So he caused an accident for no reason. Let's be real, that was just dumb. That's a red light, dude. Okay, well that one's obvious. 3-car accident involving these ones because someone decided to run a red light. Again, not paying attention, guys. This is one of the main reasons accidents occur on the road is people not paying attention. So just be observant, guys. Keep your mind straight and know what you're doing. And again, red light runner. Now, what could you do to avoid this if you're the dash cam? You could... There's nothing you can do realistically in these circumstances. You can try and be as observant as you want. Just like that. That was a red light. So you can try and be as observant as you want. These things will happen. Inevitably, someone around you will cause an accident, no matter how safe you are. So just being more vigilant is the only way to try and keep yourself safe. In this circumstance, and all these other ones where someone runs a red light, that's just the nature of it. That's what happens. Run red lights, you're gonna get in an accident eventually. Okay, well this guy clearly wants to merge in. Okay, all right. Stupid car on the right. Silver car, Subaru. It wants to pull in over the left. Now it's crossing over the white lines. It should have done this a long time ago. But let's be honest here, guys. Why continue going at speed? You're going 83 kilometers an hour. You can see there's probably 50 meters ahead of you of free space. Just brake a little bit. Brake and pull him out. Flash him with your high beams a little bit and just brake. He'll pull out. Avoid the accident. Why would you then force him to try and duck in front of you just to cause an accident? Stupid. Entirely avoidable, this, for both parties. Both parties could have avoided that accident entirely. These roads are pretty dangerous because in Australia, it's a big continent, so we do have a lot of really straight roads. And sometimes the markings on them aren't as clear. Like you can see here, there's not a clear marking or a stop sign or anything visible to tell you to hesitate. But one thing you can tell with that divider in the middle there, this road is likely the right of way. But it's hard to tell. In this circumstance, you'd honestly have to pull up Street View to confirm. Who's in the right, who's in the wrong? We don't know. Not paying attention. Let me guess, you're on your phone. Yep. I've been hit on my motorbike, rear-ended at a red light because someone was on their phone. I severely injured my tibial plateau. So I shattered my tibial plateau because I got rear-ended at a red light. He was on his phone, he admitted it. I have a lifelong permanent injury now because of that. What's the problem here? What's the problem here? Like, you want to kill somebody? Is that your goal? Murder? Because that's what you get. If you run somebody over like this, you're at fault. You're going to jail. There's no reason why you should ever need to do this to somebody on the road. As far as I'm concerned, there is absolutely no reason. Unless that person just ran over and killed somebody and you're trying to get them to stop, that's the police's job, but I could understand it. But this, I mean, I guess the bike, I know a lot of bikers, I'm a biker, I get it. Sometimes bikes are pretty annoying, they're pretty quick, they'll weave in between traffic. But there's a saying I used to say with a lot of my riding mates, there's bold riders and there's old riders. There's not both. You either live long enough to become an old rider, or you're too bold and you don't make it to that age. Drive safely, guys. Oh, we're still doing it, okay. Okay. So in this circumstance, and the blue car's driving off now after forcing him onto the road. So you can see here another biker has come up the side and is definitely weaving through traffic, right? That's what bikers will do. They need to be aware of their surroundings, but as a car driver, you need to be aware of them as well. They're allowed to be on the road just as much as you are. Now, I don't know what happened prior to this clip, but in this circumstance with what that blue car did, absolutely call the police, give them their number plate, ask anyone who pulled over if they have dash cam footage, and press charges. It doesn't matter what happened up until this point. It doesn't matter if the bike cut you off. It doesn't matter if they lane split next to you. Doing what they did was just unacceptable. So, Oh, so angry, man. Why so angry? I never understood why people drive this way. Like, I get wanting to drive fast. I'm a car guy. I like cars. I don't like going slowly to get to places, you know? But what are you trying to accomplish? Okay. Okay. So, blue car's in the wrong, guys. Blue car's driving like a dick, trying to weave in and out, just being a pain, alright? Don't ram them off the road, because now you're the one at fault, realistically. You could claim, oh, they were driving up the side. Oh, I didn't, you know, it felt dangerous. You swerved into them, man. You pushed them into the barrier. You're at fault now. Right? Everyone should have a dash cam, and if someone does shit like this, call the cops, give them their number plate, and send them the dash cam. That's all you have to do. Don't ram them off the road, because now you're getting charged, your insurance is going to have to cover that, and your premium's going to go up. Good job. Oh, look, your car just got rooted as well. Again, it's not, people are not paying attention. It's not that difficult. Driving's not that complicated, right? Again, another pushy ute that doesn't want to wait and then... I get it. If people in front of you are going slower than speed limit, I get it. It's frustrating. But realistically, what you just did probably totaled your car, could have caused a major accident, and guess what? Now you're really late. Okay, so yeah, I see what we've got. We've got someone here that's overtaking, wants to go faster than the speed limit. Now this is going to be a 100k per hour road. You can see here our camera is going 100 k's per hour. This person wants to go faster in their Honda CR-V. So we're going to cut off as many people as we can. We're going to speed and we're going to swerve around. Now, the camera saw that this person was tailgating them. So as they should in any road in Australia, if you're going over 80 k's per hour, if you are not overtaking, you're not supposed to be in the right lane. That's the rule. A lot of people think it's any road. It's only above 80 k's per hour that you're required to do that. So if you're in the right lane and you're not overtaking, move over to the left. It's the same thing in the States, but the opposite. If you're in the left lane, move over to the right. I know this is something that's really difficult for people to understand. So the cameras realize this guy is flying up my butt. He wants to go faster. I'm going to move over. I'm going to get out of his way, let him pass me. But that person has no patience and swerved around him. Now they've been pit maneuvered into a wall and their Honda CR-V is totaled.
What the fuck?
Okay, mate. You could see those signs. They are bright as hell and they are well ahead of you. You can see them, right? And I get that on these kinds of roads where you go on these speeds, you don't expect stuff to be stopped. That's why you got to be observant. That truck driver just wasn't paying attention, let's be honest. Oof. So, what do we think, guys? What happened? I can tell you that from this clip, there is probably 2 right-hand turning lanes. The truck, being a long vehicle, stays in the left lane, and you never undertake, and that means go on the inside line of a heavy vehicle that's turning like that, because he needs both lanes to turn. That's just it. You should just know that as a driver. You should be aware that big vehicles have more space they take up when they turn, especially in a tight turn. So this truck, and especially considering how fast he was going, it looked like he was trying to sneak around the truck and keep going straight. He didn't look like he was trying to turn. He was going way too fast for that. Yeah, there we go. So you can see here, there is another lane right there on the right-hand side. So the truck's in the left lane. There's a ute that went and turned right. There's a truck that went to turn right, and this guy comes flying up at speed. There's no way he was turning there. His wheels are dead straight. He was trying to undercut and go around the truck. He's at fault, 100%. And now his car's totaled. Yeah. Red light runner. And look at him, okay. What do we think? Got no insurance or stolen? What do you think? I'm gonna go with stolen. No indicator. It's really hard to, do this with your finger, right? For the indicator, it's really difficult. I know, I understand. Oh, I missed it. Okay, so, again, this guy's in a hurry, right? There is no need to be driving like this, weaving in and out of traffic. Look how much traffic is ahead of him. This weaving might save a few minutes, maybe, on an hour drive, but realistically, it's traffic, man. You're not going anywhere. Well, now you're not going bloody anywhere. Now you're sideways on the side of the road with a totaled car, and you took one. Oh yeah, you flipped a few times. Looks like you took two. Yeah, so 2 vehicles damaged and a truck damage, and your car is totaled. You're gonna be real late now. And again, people not paying attention in tight streets, going too quickly. You can see that last second jerk. So this person is weaving around like an idiot. They're doing this, right? Having a bit of fun, having a bit of fun. You're not an F1 driver. You're not warming up your tires for the race. So just cut it out. And there you go, good job. I really hope this person got caught. Because you can see in the clip, they were just being a dick. And another right-hand turn across 2 lanes of traffic. Yep. If you see everyone hesitating, don't go, guys. Don't go. That cackle. Come on, guys. That cackle. Adrenaline's crazy. I don't know if any of you have been in an accident like this, but adrenaline is crazy when it kicks in. Your reaction can be anything from bursting into tears, laughing, or screaming in rage. You never know what you're gonna get. So it looks like she just got punted. I'm gonna go with this was probably that truck that's slowing down up there. Chances are they've merged lanes like that other clip and just clipped the back of them and spun them. Yeah. I think this is the same clip, right? Yeah, so again, he couldn't see you. He couldn't see you. So your best option in that scenario would be to move in front of him, as in, don't sit next to him, move up. Even if you have to accelerate a little bit, move up and get in front of him and then slow back down. Or stay behind him. Don't sit next to him. You can see exactly where they were. That right there is the blind spot for that truck. They can't see you. So don't sit there. Yep. Easily avoidable too, guys. Don't sit next to trucks. Okay, all right. This guy's just not paying attention. That's it. Rushing to do the delivery. Deliveroo order. Somebody needs their McDouble. Look at that. He's got to get you your McDouble right now. Your filet fish. You need it. And bam. Oh, your filet fish just got in a bit of a hurry there, bud. Okay, on the back of that car, you guys probably couldn't see it, there was a P plate, which means this is a young driver, likely a young driver, probably 18, 19, going by the ages in which they can get their license. So maybe been driving on their own for a year or 2.
Oh my god! Oh shit! Holy fuck! You dumb bitch! Oh.
A guy had the most Australian reaction ever. I love it. You'll get that in these dash cams videos, guys. We got potty mouths. Yeah, sorry. That one there, that's obvious. Went too fast in the rain. Not a good enough driver with enough experience to understand speed and to understand that wet weather means you're going to slide out if you go too fast.
Oh man, I almost saw someone die just then.
Yeah, you're not wrong, mate. If she'd hit that pole.
And they fucking just overtook me.
Yeah.
I gotta go. Bye-bye.
So we ran into the bus stop, did we? Oh no, we avoided it. I think. God damn, if they had hit that pole. So, there are 2 things here in this clip, guys. Alright, we can see that car on the left. It's a big open field. This is out in the country area, right? We can see clearly what's coming. He's not slowing down. You can tell. Look, watch the video again. He's not slowing down, right? And if you've ever been on a boat, they always tell you if the land behind the boat that you're driving near is not moving, you and that boat are heading for a collision. So you can see in this scenario, this is going to be a crash. Our person is focusing straight ahead because that's where they're traveling. And even just the slightest hesitation, if they just went a tiny bit slower, they would have avoided that crash. Not their fault, obviously the other driver's fault. But again, we're talking about how to avoid accidents here. There are bad drivers everywhere. Your ability to avoid them is most of the time how we avoid accidents. Now this person's clearly running a red. You see them run the red. So our cam driver saw them, hesitated, so did the other driver, but they were too far out at the time. No avoiding that one, guys. That's what's gonna happen. Ooh. Okay, that person pulled out in front of a motorcycle, but that's a red light for that motorcycle. Yeah, so that motorcycle ran the red light. Old and bold, guys, old and bold. He was too bold. And look at that too. You can tell when he hits the ground, he's got no safety gear on. He looks like he's wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Probably flip-flops as well, right? You know, he's probably wearing thongs. We call them thongs here in Australia, guys. So he's wearing nothing to protect himself. He's protecting his head. That's great. Yeah, I mean, you're legally required to wear a helmet here in Australia, so good. But all the gear all the time, guys. Doesn't matter whether you're just nipping down to the shops, all the gear all the time. And don't run red lights on your bike. You don't have a protective barrier around you. If you get hit by someone, you can die. There's nothing to protect you. That helmet, it'll only do so good. Like, it'll keep you alive if you hit the ground, but you'll be hurt, I guarantee it, from experience. So the bike's totaled, car's probably totaled. The guy's definitely hurt. There's no way you come out of that without some serious road rash. Okay, well, we can't see anything in this clip. You need to clean your windshield, my guy. And yep, you couldn't see anything either because you were blinded by the sun. I get it, it's hard to see. I get it, I do. It is hard to see, but... So this jackknifed. Now, this is something you learn if you ever transport heavy objects, is weight distribution. So if you see how he fishtailed out up there, and it started as a wobble, that's the weight distribution on the trailer. Now you want the weight as much as possible between the actual wheel of the trailer and the front of the trailer. If it's at the back, behind that wheel on the trailer, it's gonna throw off the momentum. Your car's gonna shake from side to side, and eventually it'll form this wobbling effect where you'll be doing this and there's no recovery from that. If you try and slow down, it'll jackknife. If you try and speed up, it'll just wobble more. This is just poorly weight distributed trailers. That's all this is. And now your trailer is upside down with, let's be real, if you're transporting a car on a trailer like that, it's usually something nice, right? Or you've just bought it. But it's usually something nice. That looks like a nice old muscle car. And he's just flipped it over and smashed on its roof. You can't go buy parts for that. So, yeah. That's upsetting. All right, bud. Red and blue lights up there, right? That's a cop. Now this is something, don't get me wrong, I love Ford Falcons. I think they're great cars. They have amazing engines, either if you're talking about the Barra engine that's in the modern ones, or if you're talking about the Intech engines in the older ones. I have a Falcon with an Intech in it. It's a 4-litre 6-cylinder, inline 6 I should say. It's a beautiful engine, makes a great noise, got decent power, and if you want to throw a turbo on it and actually tune them, you can get huge power out of a Barra or an Intech with a turbo on it. So they're great cars. Unfortunately, they're also cheap. So you get a lot of dickheads like this that drive around in the rain, and you can see by the fact he's got steelies on the back that my guy likes doing skids. So those tires are probably bald as. And he lost it in the rain because he's driving like an idiot. But there's blue and white light. There's blue and red lights, mate. You didn't see those? You didn't think maybe I should slow down? I mean, it's a fire truck. Like it's a fire truck, but still, that didn't make you take just a little. Yeah. So you can see there, he's got alloys. Have a look there, guys. He's got alloys right there on the front of the wheels, and on the back, he's got these little steelies. That right there means drift car. It means I like skids, bruh. And I like to drift, so I'm gonna do some skids. That's what that means. So if you ever see a vehicle like that, you know they're gonna drive like an idiot, because that's just the nature of why they do what they do.
Emergency 000. Your call is being connected. Emergency, police, fire, or ambulance.
Maybe just police.
Yep, what state and town is the emergency in?
Victoria, Australia.
What town or suburb?
We're on the M1 at the moment.
Yep, look, that's it.
All right, these look like a bunch of kids. They look like they're trying to run. I'm gonna go with this car is probably worth nothing. A basic Falcon like this one, base model, you can pick them up for 500 bucks, grand, $2,000. You can get them cheap, right? So I think what they're planning to do here is ditch the car and leg it. Unfortunately, they've been caught on camera and these people are calling the police. So, yeah. Not great faith in humanity when it comes to seeing people like this. You're driving so unsafe. They're young, I get it. Everybody was young. I like driving fast. I liked it when I was young. But I can tell you, I have mates that aren't here anymore because of the driving they did. I have mates that have lifelong injuries. I have a mate that I knew, not mates with him anymore, but I had a mate I knew when I was young. He's got a glass eye, a steel plate in his forehead, and this entire section of his eye socket had to be reconstructed. You know what he did? He went airborne off a roundabout and hit a telegraph pole. The cops told me he was probably going 70 in a 50 zone. And when he hit it, it went up over a roundabout. They're pretty flat, but they've got a little curve to them. And he launched off it, and then the road dipped down a hill, and he flew 30 meters into a telegraph pole. His face slammed into the steering wheel and completely obliterated his eye. Is that what you want? Let's be real. Is that what you want? Because driving like this will either hurt you or it'll hurt somebody else. So that's why we need to be more observant. We need to be aware that there are bad drivers out there, there are stupid drivers out there, and we need to do our best to avoid them. Alrighty guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you learned something in this video. But otherwise, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.